Truth or dare, never came easy to state my case. With your words you wreck my space, and just because you always say it doesn't mean that I believe it. What once was oh so apparent, just because you couldn't see it when it came time to speak my piece. My perspective mattered least. I never really heard what was on my mind, 'cause the viewpoint stack in time. And just because you always say it doesn't mean that I believe it. What once was oh so apparent, just because you couldn't see it. Just because you always say it doesn't mean that I believe it. What once was oh so apparent, just because you couldn't see it.
Hi, welcome to another episode of 47 North, the show featuring the best musicians along the 47th North latitude area. I'm your host, Kim Nagler, and we are here with some very special guests today with Small Town SINdrome, right here from the Grand Rapids area. We want to start off with you guys introducing yourselves, who you are, and what you play in the band.
I'm Adam Mahoney, and I play drums.
I'm Brian Gandy. I'm the lead singer and guitarist.
I'm John Hackala. I play bass and I do backing vocals.
Right on. We're super happy to have you guys here today. I got a question for you. Tell me, the first thing is how you got together. First of all, how did this inception happen?
Oh, really? I guess it was us jamming on the back porch, right? Yeah. Adam and I, actually Adam's my stepson, so technically I guess I got together when I married his mom, so.
Thanks, Mom.
Perfect. Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah, I don't know, been jamming for a couple of years and just really kind of sort of morphed into a band, I guess, really. And
Yeah, he's like, you want to jam sometime? And I was like, yeah. And we started jamming, and I'm like, wow, they're not bad. And then he's been my buddy for a while since like school, and then he started playing, and we were like, we need a bass player, dude. And he just picked it up like that.
Yeah, they forced me into it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, he didn't want to at first.
I said no a lot of times.
He really did.
And it didn't matter.
A little pressure.
We're like, you have
So I
to,
gave
right?
in, but I'm glad I did because it's a lot of fun.
No, it's the new yes.
Yeah,
So
That's
true.
right.
that's good.
That's right.
Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you guys are together, and we're going to listen to another song by Small Town SINdrome.
Pretty sure I'm calling in sick tomorrow. Gonna drink all the liquor I can swallow. Well aware of the carnage that will follow. Cause the truth is, I don't give a spit. Not one bit. Gonna get lit. Don't give a spit. Everybody says I need to grow up. Wanna slam and smoke till I throw up. Adulthood is gonna have to hold up. Cause the truth is, I don't give a spit. Not one bit. I'm gonna get lit. I don't give a spit. Tell my boss I can't make it in tomorrow. Other people's rules I refuse to follow. Well aware I'm ugly, I'm hollow. But the truth is, I don't give a spit. Not one bit. I'm gonna get lit. Don't give a spit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't give a spit. Oh, hell no. Don't give a spit.
You guys are from here, is that true? Are you from here? Are you all native to Grand Rapids? Pretty
Kinda,
much?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
born and raised in California, but then moved here in like middle school and then graduated high school. So
Okay,
half my life here, half of it in California.
okay,
A little bit of both.
All right.
Yeah, for me, I'm from Illinois originally,
Oh,
so spent some time on the West Coast and then moved back here in 2006.
Okay, okay.
I was born in Cloquet, but I've lived up here my
Little
whole
dirty
life.
secret we
I
didn't
I
know.
don't like to tell people that, but now my dad moved back down there, so I feel like it's okay to say it.
You can own that. You can own that. What kind of music did you guys grow up on? Like, we might get a taste of what your influences are now, just even hearing some of your original songs. But what did you grow up on? Do you remember something playing in the background at your home or whatever?
I grew up on like kind of like 80s rock and stuff like that because my parents listened to a lot of it. So like in like Led Zeppelin and stuff. And then I kind of went and started listening to the newer stuff as I got older, like Linkin Park and stuff like that. But mainly rock and roll, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I think it was just a little bit of everything, but always gravitated. I think I picked up the guitar at 14. I was originally a drummer in high school, and first time I picked up a guitar, I'm hooked, you know, and kind of went from there. And I guess really my first musical influence is AC/DC, Malcolm Young, in my opinion, best rhythm guitarist in any rock and roll band, and started playing that stuff. But I always gravitated to punk rock.
Okay.
You know, so the Ramones and you know, that kind of stuff, and that's really been my biggest influence. And as I got older, the 90s, of course, Nirvana, you know, grunge rock and Kurt Cobain and what he brought to the table. And so he's been a huge part, and you'll hear some of that, I think, in our music kind of come out.
Awesome.
Yeah, and my dad was huge. It was Kiss all the time. So Kiss was big, and then, I mean, it came along with AC/DC and, you know, all the other classic rock. And then I have a few older siblings that were into like The Offspring and Blink and Green Day. So I always really liked that, but didn't really know what it was. And then once I got a little bit older, that's what I chose to listen to more. But I still really like the classic rock style too. But I think most of my influence all comes from like, you know, punk rock, Blink-182, and also some different alternative Alice in Chains, and, you know, some little, maybe even darker, heavier style. But it's a little combination of those two, I think.
Awesome. Those are great. We're going to listen to another song by Small Town SINdrome.
thinking of him while you're looking at me. How wasn't I able to see all of the same old things were happening? I've had enough and I wanna leave. And I'm gonna run away, find a place that's just for me. I'm gonna run away, I'm gonna cross the street without looking both ways. That's just how I feel today. Sleeping next to me while you're dreaming of him. How did I miss that this was happening again? I should have known you weren't just friends. I've had enough, I want this to end. I'm gonna run away, find a place that's just for me. I'm gonna run away, I'm gonna cross the street without looking both ways. That's just how I feel today. Just for me. I'm gonna run away, I'm gonna cross the street without looking both ways. That's just how I feel today.
All right, we're back with the band, and we have another question for them, and this question is, how does the songwriting happen? Who comes up with maybe the idea, the lyrics, the groove? What happens? How does it happen for you guys?
Well, I think more now it's kind of more of a collaborative thing, but usually either John or I will come up with an idea, a lyric or an idea, that kind of thing, and just sort of bring it to the table at a practice and, you know, see what happens. You know, maybe it's just a piece of a riff or an idea, a song, or a possible title even with the song. So I've written a few of them. John's, you know, doing the same. So we just kind of collaborate and make it work.
That's pretty much it. We come in with like even a guitar riff, a little bit of lyric or a bass line and some lyrics, and then he always knows what to do on the drums. He's just there with it. He's on point. So
that's a good compliment. Yeah. That is good.
There's never been a time where it's like, hey, you need to do something different. He's always right on. Even when we're playing covers, he does his own thing, and it works.
Always comes out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
Thanks,
have?
guys.
Do you have? Do you have another band member that is missing right now? No. This is you guys are the trio here for. Okay. All right. Just making sure because I want to mention somebody if somebody was now not able to make it. We're going to listen to another song by Small Town SINdrome.
Slow down a second and just see. Take a minute to just be. Your mind's racing away. The silence is screaming out your name. But I'm right here beside you, I'll never leave you. Right here beside you, I'll never deceive you. Right here beside you, I'll always believe you. Right here beside you, yeah, yeah. Take a look at me and see. Find all your strength inside me. Your mind's racing away. The silence is screaming out your name. But I'm right here beside you, I'll never leave you. Right here beside you, I'll never deceive you. Right here beside you, I'll always believe you. Right here beside you, yeah, yeah. Slow down a minute and just breathe. Take a second to just be. Your mind's racing away. The silence is screaming out your name. But I'm right here beside you, I'll never leave you. Right here beside you, I'll never deceive you. Right here beside you, I'll always believe you. Right here beside you, yeah, yeah. Right here beside you. Right here beside you. Right here beside you. I'm right here beside you.
We're back with the band Small Town SINdrome, and we are so happy to have them here. We're having a great time getting to know them. And I have another question for the band. And I just want to know, outside of music, what are some hobbies that you guys like to partake in?
I like to play hockey, and
Okay.
I like to be outdoors and just hang with friends, and just kind of hang out and be outside, really.
Awesome. You're in a good place.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Even though I bet you California was a little warmer.
Yeah, it was cool. More expensive though.
Yeah.
Up here,
A little more crowded too, maybe.
try to stay out of trouble and have fun at the same time.
That's good. That's good. That's good. A lot of opportunities for that here.
Yeah.
How about you?
Same, outdoors. This time of the year, I coach the girls' high school lacrosse team.
Oh,
so
nice.
for Grand Rapids.
Wow,
so
okay.
one of the coaches over there. So
Okay.
yeah, it's all about lacrosse season right now for me. So both my daughters play on the team.
It's I know nothing about that sport, and in the school district my kids go to, they don't have that yet. But maybe hoping to bring that.
Yeah, it's a growing sport across the country.
Really
I think
cool.
I've heard it is the fastest growing sport right now. So.
And it can't be easy. I bet you it looks easier than it is.
Yeah, it definitely takes a skill level, but we've seen our program here really grow, and girls coming in the program that've had absolutely no prior experience at all, and they do great. So, whatever the skill level is, and we encourage all the girls to come out and give it a try.
Cool. Very, very cool. There's a little lacrosse plug for you guys. That's good. That's good stuff.
Go Lightning.
How about you, John? What are some hobbies that you like to do?
Really, any kind of art. I like to draw. I do some graffiti spray paint stuff I've been kind of getting into. I play basketball, and I work with kids, so we do a lot of basketball now. We have an outdoor court, and I grew up always playing, so that's a big thing I like to do as well. And pretty much I just spend a lot of my time listening to music too, I guess.
Right. That's awesome. All right, we've come to the time in the segment of our show 47 North where I like to ask either or questions to each gentleman here. I will give them each 2 either or questions and move right down the line, and then we'll have a tally and see how many they got right. Okay? So here we go. We have 30 seconds on the clock. So either chocolate or Funyuns?
Funyuns.
Either pasta or Rasta?
Rasta.
Either Ocean View or Jungle Love?
Ocean View.
Either fruits or veggies?
Fruits.
Either alarm clock or a licking dog?
Alarm clock.
Either ice cream or cotton candy?
Ice cream.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, let's have our tally. You gentlemen You were all correct. Every single one of you guys answered your questions correct, so we really appreciate it. We want to know where you guys are playing next, what you have, what are your plans? I know you said that you're working on some recording, so tell us a little bit about what you have lined up and where people can find your music.
Well, next Saturday, I don't know where this will air, but next Saturday, actually this weekend, we'll be at Blackberry Bar playing a gig there. So we've got a little time off after that. We're going to be in the studio working on our EP, our album. We've got a lot of originals we've kind of been working on, so we're anxious to get in the studio. And then this summer, we're going to be traveling around. So we'll be back down in the cities and actually going through Wisconsin and down to Illinois.
Oh, great, great. Okay, is the album you're working on a new one? So there's no downloadable music yet.
Right, this will be our first
this will be
album.
first for the band Small Town SINdrome.
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us for another episode of 47 North. I want to thank our guest Small Town SINdrome for joining us today. I'm your host Kim Nagler, and until our next episode, take care, take it easy, and keep the music alive.
Be the goon. Let you skate if you do that deed. Make 'em moan and make 'em bleed. Pills couldn't take your pain away. The scream of silence, day after day for the boogeyman. Drop your gloves and force the ice. Break his jaw and don't think twice. You're in the box, the crowd wants more. A 5-minute hero to settle the score. Pills couldn't take your pain away. Silence, day after day for the boogeyman. Whoa, whoa, fight of the boogeyman. Whoa, whoa. All this time we never knew the agony that grew in you. Yet we watched night after night, never knowing you lost your fight. Pills couldn't take your pain away. Screaming silence, day after day for the boogeyman. Whoa, whoa, fight of the boogeyman.
47 North is made possible in part by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Arrowhead Regional Arts Council. Thanks to appropriations from the Minnesota State Legislators' General and Arts and Cultural Heritage Funds, it is produced by ICTV, a Blandin Foundation-supported nonprofit and member organization. If you enjoy programs like this, consider contributing to www.watchictv.org. Thanks for watching.